He didn't get busy. He got comfortable, and you helped him get there. Let's stop pretending this is about stress or work or life being complicated. Life is complicated for everyone, but when a man is afraid to lose you, he moves differently. Remember the beginning? He texted first. He planned. He called. He showed up. He chased. He wasn't confused. He wasn't tired. He wasn't bad at communicating. He was motivated. So what changed? You didn't. The pressure did. He stopped feeling like he could lose you, and the second that fear disappeared, so did the effort. Not all at once, slowly. Fewer texts, less planning, more silence, more my bad, more I've just been busy. And what did you do? You adjusted. You texted first. You planned more. You waited longer. You accepted less. Congratulations. You trained him. You showed him exactly how little he can give without you walking away. Now the whole relationship runs on your anxiety. You check your phone. You analyze his tone. You wonder why he's distant. You blame yourself for overthinking. Meanwhile, he's relaxed, scrolling, living, existing. Because he knows something powerful. You're not going anywhere. That's not love. That's leverage. When a man knows you won't leave, he starts testing how low the bar can go. And most of you keep lowering it for him. Not because you're weak, because you're scared. Scared to start over. Scared to lose the history. Scared that maybe this is just how relationships are. No, this is how relationships look when one person is trying and the other one is coasting. And deep down, you feel it. That knot in your stomach, that quiet resentment, that little voice saying something's off. But instead of listening to it, you silence it, because the truth would require action, and action is uncomfortable. Let's talk about the pattern. Every time you get fed up, every time you finally pull back, suddenly he wakes up. Baby, what's wrong? I miss you. I'll do better. I didn't realize. Oh, he realizes. He always realizes when he feels you slipping. And for 2 weeks, he's amazing. Texts on time, plans dates, compliments you, acts like the man you met in the beginning. You breathe. You think, finally, he's back. No, that's not growth. That's panic. And panic disappears the moment he feels safe again. Then guess what? Back to baseline. Low effort, minimal energy, convenient affection. And you start shrinking again, walking on eggshells, softening your words, swallowing your frustration so you don't start a fight. Let me say something uncomfortable. If asking for basic effort makes him defensive, that's not pressure, that's exposure. You're exposing the fact that he doesn't want to try that hard. And here's the part most people won't tell you. You cannot love a man into effort. You cannot argue him into caring. You cannot be sexy enough, patient enough, understanding enough to force consistency out of someone who enjoys comfort more than commitment. The only real power you have, the willingness to walk away, not threaten, not manipulate, not play games, actually be willing to leave. Because right now, he thinks you won't. Ask yourself something brutal. If you stopped initiating tomorrow, if you stopped planning, if you stopped fixing everything, would this relationship survive? Or would it collapse in a week? If it would collapse, you're not in a partnership. You're maintaining a situation. And that's why you're exhausted. Not because you're too much, but because you're carrying something that requires 2 people. And here's the twist. The moment you stop overfunctioning, one of 2 things happens. He steps up or he disappears. Either way, you finally stop betraying yourself. And that's where your real power starts. Now here's where you stop playing detective and start looking at the scoreboard. If a man loves you, but you're the one doing all the work, he doesn't love you the way you mean love. He loves access. He loves convenience. He loves the version of you that stays quiet, stays available, stays grateful for scraps. And yes, that's harsh. Good, because you've been soft with reality for too long. Let's call it what it is. He's not bad at communication. He communicates perfectly when it benefits him. He can text his friends, he can answer his boss, he can like pictures, he can watch stories, he can be online for hours. But when it's you, suddenly he's overwhelmed. Suddenly he fell asleep. Suddenly he didn't see it. Suddenly he forgot to reply. Girl, please, that's not a phone problem. That's a priority problem. And the reason it keeps happening is simple. There's no consequence. He disappears, you wait. He gives nothing, you fill the gap. He forgets, you forgive. He gets lazy, you get understanding. He shows up late, you smile and pretend it's fine. So he learns one brutal lesson. I can do less and she'll do more. Now watch this, because this is the real test. Stop announcing. Stop warning. Stop giving speeches. Stop communicating with a man who hears you perfectly and still chooses comfort. Just stop. Stop initiating for 1 week. Stop checking in. Stop sending good mornings. Stop trying to fix the vibe. Stop begging for clarity. Stop writing paragraphs he won't even read. Not as a manipulation game, as a reality check. And pay attention to what he does when you're not carrying the relationship on your back. Does he step up like a grown man? Does he make a plan? Does he show up with energy he didn't have yesterday? Or does he get annoyed? Does he punish you with silence? Does he pop in with a lazy, you mad, and then disappear again? Because that tells you everything. A man who wants you doesn't get offended by your standards. He rises to them. A man who only wants comfort gets angry when you stop making it easy. Because your effort was his lifestyle. Your patience was his freedom. Your forgiveness was his permission. And listen, this is the part women hate admitting. Sometimes he's not even confused. He's not healing. He's not working on himself. He's simply keeping you in the background. Not enough to lose you, not enough to build with you, just enough to keep access, just enough to keep benefits, just enough to keep you hoping. That's why he comes back the moment you detach. That's why he suddenly has time when you stop chasing. That's why he loves you the most when you finally look done. And if he only shows up when you're halfway out the door, that's not love. That's panic. That's fear of losing benefits. So here's the line in the sand. You're not asking for princess treatment. You're asking for basic effort from a man who claims he cares. Consistency, respect, presence. A simple, I'll call you tonight, and actually calling. If basic effort feels like too much to him, then you are not too much. He is too little. And yes, I said it. Because the woman who keeps accepting crumbs eventually forgets what a full meal feels like. So I'm going to ask you one question that cuts through all the excuses. If he treated a woman he really wanted the way he treats you right now, would she stay? Exactly. Now I want to hear from you. What's the most disrespectful, busy excuse you ever accepted? Drop it in the comments. Let's expose the pattern. And if a man is watching this and he's offended, good, tell me why. And don't twist this into men are trash. No, weak effort is trash. A good man hears your standard and says, got it. A lazy man hears your standard and says, you're doing too much. That's how you tell the difference. So stop negotiating with someone who benefits from you staying confused. Clarity isn't something you beg for. It's something you observe. If this hit you, type enough. If it pissed you off, type why.